Here we go again. I'm here to explain to you the paradigm shift. I'm going to explain to you the composition of dark matter, the composition of the male and the female soul, which has never been stated in human history. Dark matter is an atom with just a neutron, the foundational building block, the lubricant of the universe. So there you have it. Dark matter is an atom with just a neutron. Well, let me sit down here. Well, our universe was created by these entities, these supersouls. They are these yin-yang beings. We've seen that yin-yang symbol. Well, I'm stating that yin-yang symbol is the symbol for these living entities that live outside our universe. We call it heaven, the celestial realm. The celestial kingdom, some people. So these super souls, these living entities, created our amoeba-like universe as well as many others. So we have an amoeba-like universe. In the outer field wall membrane is 50% protons and 50% electrons. The super souls are 50% protons and 50% electrons. They're living entities that are composed of protons and electrons. How's that to grasp? Okay, so now they created this amoeba-like universe for them to go in and to purify themselves of the 7 deadly sins. So here I'm telling you this new knowledge that the super souls, these living entities, these yin-yang beings, are the creators. New knowledge. This is a new creation treatment. It's alright, you take it as you choose. Listen, see what your heart feels. As Buddha says, don't listen to my words, don't listen to other people's words. Listens to the words within. And also Walt Disney put that in the form of Jiminy Cricket in Pinocchio. The original version of Pinocchio did not have the fairy godmother or Sir Jiminy Cricket. Remember when the fairy godmother said, I now name you Sir conscience. And that's Buddha. So Jiminy Cricket was kind of like Buddha walking around behind Pinocchio saying, and always let your conscience be your guide. Okay, so now we're back to the super souls, the living entities, 50% protons, 50% electrons. They created amoeba-like universe in the outer field wall membrane is 50% protons, 50% electrons. And inside, what's inside? In the beginning there was just dark matter. Dark matter, now what I'm going to tell you today is what dark matter is composed of. Dark matter is an atom with just a neutron, the foundational building block, the lubricant of the universe. From dark matter, the other elements are added onto and created. So what happens is these super souls come in, they split apart, creating a big bang, a massive amounts of energy. That massive amounts of energy creating dark energy. And when the super souls split apart into a male and a female souls, two new separate living entities, they shed the protons and electrons, right? The super souls are 50% protons, 50% electrons. When they split apart, they shed their protons and electrons. And that's where the elements come from. They come from the shedding of the protons and electrons of us, the super souls. And the male soul, when they split apart, is composed of 80 to 85% protons and 15 to 20% electrons. So this is the new knowledge now. I'm explaining the composition of the soul in scientific terms, protons and electrons. You see the yin-yang symbol. They state that one side, the male side, is positive and the female is negative. What happens is I put that together, that the negative is electrons and that the positive is protons. I don't know if anybody else has, but I have. That I'm the first to send these words out, that the male is positive but it's protons. The female is the negative of the yin-yang, and that's electrons. So that's bridging the gap. That's the paradigm shift. I'm explaining the composition of the male and the female soul in scientific terms. So, So now we got the male soul is 80 to 85% protons, and a proton is 2,300 times approximately more dense than electrons. Protons, electrons, same size, but the proton is 2,300 times more dense than electron. Maybe that's why the protons are around the nucleus, which contains a neutron. So the neutron is the foundational building block, and that's dark matter. So dark matter is the foundational building block and is composed of adding a new element to the periodic chart called ether. You're going to get the box, put it 0 in it. It's before hydrogen, it's in the middle, and it's ETHER, and it has 1 neutron. So here's an atom with just 1 neutron. So I've explained to you right now in this short amount of time the composition of the male soul, the composition of the female soul in scientific terms. Protons and electrons. I'm explaining who created the universe. I'm explaining the composition of the universe when it first started. Our whole universe was filled with just atoms of dark matter. When the supersouls come in and split apart into a male and a female soul, that's when the shedding of the protons and electrons occur and the elements are created. Throughout the day, your soul is shedding protons and electrons. Whatever chakra level you're on determines the color of your protons and electrons. 100% of the females are born on the 4th chakra. Their electrons and protons are green. The females 80 to 85%, 15 to 20% protons, they're green. 100% of the males are born on either the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. 1st, 2nd, or 3rd chakra. I call that the great discontinence. 100% of the females are born on the 4th. 100% of the males are born on either the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. 15% are born on the 4th. 40% are born on the 3rd. And 45% are born on the 2nd. So this is the great discontinence, this term that I created, great discontinence. 100% of the females on the 4th, 100% of the males are unworthy of them and are below them on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, and are polluting the females when they have intercortical connection. So when you have intercortical connection, it should be only going just the breathing of your breathing. If you're going fast and rapid, that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd chakra. 4th chakra lovemaking is so, in this short video, I've given you the creators of the universe, the composition of the male and the female soul, the composition of dark matter in scientific terms. And I'll call you the great discontinence. 100% of the females are born here, 100% of the males here. That's why all the females have woman batter centers. They're getting polluted by the males. I chant Fa throughout the day. Fa. So what's happening is this universe is in a bad patriarchal. What I have is the solution. The rapture is, the day I was born, the rapture started. This universe is going to be shut down. That means all the souls in it, when the universe gets shut down, are just going to be pieces of the outer field wall membrane of other universes. Because our universe is composed of 50% protons and electrons. Where do you think they came from? They came from the skeletons of supersouls. It came from the skeletons of male and female souls when they get split apart into the primordial pieces. So a soul can be broken down. It's a living entity, but it can be broken down into just particles again. Protons and electrons. Because that's all the male soul is protons and electrons. That's all the female soul is. Protons and electrons. Got it? You might wonder why I punched these up. Well, I have no teeth. I don't teeth, so I wear dentures. So instead of wearing the dentures and chew them, I just take out my dentures and I have this, and I spoonful these. So there we have it. The paradigm shift. Now I have the solution. It's called the Holy Order of Love. This is the symbol right here of the New World Order. 12 hearts, 12 hours of the day, south, north, west, east. So to save this universe, my wife and I, she's deceased. She died right there on the floor. Right there. She died there in my arms. 2.5 years ago, coming up this October, it'll be 3 years. So this is the paradigm shift. And I have the plans, policies, program, procedure. My wife and I formed an organization called the Holy Order of Love. The dogma of the Holy Order of Love is this. Love one. Okay, let's go. Love one, love all, love, 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 but don't be a sucker. Love. Now I can't close my eyes and do that. I used to be able to, but I haven't practiced. Once my wife died, I stopped doing this exercise with my eyes closed. When my wife was alive, we'd hold our hands in front of each other when we touch. We did all of our exercise together. Now I'm looking for a female that is willing to be with me, spend my last years. Oh, guess what? When the super souls split apart as this male and female soul, there's a way to put them back together again and get back out. Karma Sutra, I've come up with a whole plan of how to refuse the male and the female souls, because my wife and I started doing that. And as we started fusing our souls together, as we raised up the chakra levels, our bodies started to die. So what happens is when you do totally fuse your souls together to become a super soul again, your biological bodies die, and superluminally you go out of our universe. Whichever way, superluminally. And that's Jack Safferty in Mysticism and the New Physics. Okay, now the Holy Order of Love, it promotes the fourth chakra realm. Fourth chakra realm is none of the 7 deadly sins. I've matched the 7 deadly sins with the 7 chakras. So you have dough corresponds to sloth. Me corresponds to gluttony. You have Fa corresponding to wrath. You have So corresponding to envy. You have La corresponding to greed, and you have Pride, which is the T. And that's my name, the Grandmaster T. The Grandmaster T. That's the station you're on right now. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.